back with another video, and this one is from my boy Pody Flacco. And this one's gonna be talking about our boy Snoop Dogg, man. Something done came up. Now I'm a little late to the show because this came out like a day ago, but you know, it's better late than never. But we definitely gonna cover this. So without wasting any time, make sure you like, sub to the channel. Let's get to this video.
So Nate Dogg's son did an interview, and during this interview, he revealed that Nate Dogg's brother and his mother is accusing Snoop Dogg of essentially stealing and hiding and withholding certain things from them. Nate Dogg died in 2011. He had complications from a stroke, but he left behind a pretty decent catalog. He was signed to death row for the majority of his career. Nate Dogg is a West Coast legend, but he also had a sneaky, successful mainstream career, right? He had a #1 song with 50 Cent. He had 3 top 10 hits. He had 18 songs on the top 100. So this is a pretty decent catalog that would feed your family for some time, right, after you pass away. But according to Nate Dogg's family, they have been having a tough time profiting, monetizing, eating off his catalog and his estate due to a lot of troubles they've been having, primarily within the family, but also things that are out of their control. So the first problem is the fact that Nate Dogg has 9 kids, and they all don't trust each other, and they all want to lay claim to his estate.
No, I seen 2 different interviews, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I seen an interview with you on No Jumper, and it said you had Nate had 4 kids. But then when we keep reading, we keep seeing it's 9.
Yeah,
so I don't know what's what.
It's about 9 of us.
Okay, so it's 9 of you guys, and all of you guys are somewhat attached to that trust.
Right.
Is that why they tried to put a person in charge of that?
Right, and let me, also take it a little deeper, right? Like, we don't all agree, and I've tried to get everybody to agree. And when everybody don't agree, then everybody got attorneys. You know what the result is.
Everybody wasting money.
You feel me? Then we go into mediation, and it's So, but right now it's like we got the LOC, right, or we got that in place. But still, now we all have to pitch a manager to control the LOC or who we feel like is best, the person for the job, and we're letting someone from the court, pretty much decide who they feel would be the best person out of everyone that we pitch.
Let Nate Dogg's story be a strong lesson for a lot of y'all. A quick Google search will tell you why it's been so easy for outsiders to come in and take certain things and split up the family. A court got to appoint somebody to make decisions because the family can't agree on nothing. That's because everybody is fending for themselves.
Like,
Nate Dogg had multiple baby moms.
that really just has to be crazy. Now, I'm not gonna say that there's anything wrong with having, that many kids, but y'all got to get on one page, man. You feel me? If you're trying to, for everybody, but I guess when you split the pot, depending on how much money you're making off of whatever royalties he would have been getting, is not a lot when you divide it amongst that many kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if all his kids are with the same person, but if they're not, that's just going to make it 10 times harder,
They're all filing for child support claims against the estate. The wife at the time was LaToya Calvin. So she got to fend off Sharita Williams, who's filing for over $300,000 in child support.
Oh, so these
claims.
I'm tripping. So these are the actual baby mamas that Nate Dogg went out here and had. Okay, so yeah, that's 4 of them. So
Amina Norris filing for child support claims. Rhoda Mooten filing for child support claims. The estate is trying to make it all structured, trying to tie up the loose ends, trying to figure out where the money is. And as they're uncovering where the money is, you got the baby mama stepping, hold on, no, we need a court-appointed manager because we want to get paid for child support, and we don't trust that. Like his wife and his kids will do right by us. And we don't trust that manager who's linked to that woman and her kids will do right by us. So we want our manager who's going to, and it's like, wow. And because the family is kind of discombobulated, it's very easy for others to step in and get involved and take certain things. And now guess what? It's all a big mess and nothing is structured and nothing is getting done, right? And the longer they take, the more money that's going to go missing, right? Because now y'all got to pay hella money to lawyers, and they'll probably work pro bono because when that check comes, they taking their money first. So by the time y'all get the actual check, there's probably no money left because lawyer fees done ate it all up.
Why can't you be that?
I hella close. So I pitched my sister, right? Because my sister, she got a degree in music and she got a degree, in
I like
business,
that. I like that.
And because I don't want, everybody or anybody.
Well, if she got the information and she got a degree,
exactly.
she did all. I'm with that.
But like I said, it's two different sides. So a couple people, they didn't agree with that, and once they don't, everyone has to agree. Pretty much
split up into ninths. Like I own 1/9, and then another kid own one.
We own however much breaks down into our share, aside from what the
which don't sound like a lot.
Or the wife got type.
So Latoya.
Okay.
Is Latoya still bringing?
No, Latoya, she's got an attorney. Her attorney show up, and this is what they standing on. Which is a part of the other side, and some people have sided with with her.
So now the estate is pulling in money, but so do they just divide it up?
I mean, and then distribute it. Of course the people that's controlling it, they take their cut, and they answering calls, dog. $250 an hour.
Listen,
you hear me?
They killing.
Hey
y'all.
man,
Listen, at this point, you would just be better off going out here and trying to make your own motion. Is it nice to have? Yeah, as an extra, okay, cool. But with how much litigation is with all of that, if that's even the right word, I would just go out here and try to make my own motion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even use that to my advantage, saying, who my father was, and see if that can get me into certain doors, certain rooms, because, by the time you get done with all of that, what are you actually making? You know what I'm saying? How much money are you really getting?
No, I'm looking at. I'm probably the only one, and it's 9 of us. I'm the only one that sit back. I got this shit in my living room right now on my table. I can just pick this up, and I'm seeing everything we being charged for, and it's crazy.
Oh no, it's maddening.
It's crazy. Like it's something.
To be honest, the
I don't
whole
think they
point
get.
of those things is to suck every dime
for sure.
out of it and actually bankrupt it and move on.
Right.
There's movies.
The only thing
TV
that's saving
shows.
us is what we playing with, not playing with, but what we dealing with. It's literally, and that's what allowed me to see like it's still like, you feel me? But I said it a long time ago, we milking the accounts. All that's going on is the accounts is being milked.
That's all they do.
It's not in a music manager's hands. He's not thinking of nothing creatively to continue anything.
Right.
He's just sitting there, milking it, answering the phone. This is how much that costs. This is what's coming in from music that we know of, because it's shit that we're not collecting from, by the way. A lot of shit we ain't collecting. So that's why the first step, let's just take this from here, put it to the LLC.
So have you ever, and we not...
Even from hearing his explanation, he's also a part of the problem to me. Because if they wanted things to be fair, they wouldn't recommend his sister. This dude says that he wants his sister, who's also like one of the kids who laying claim to like this estate. So he wants the sister to be in charge of everything. So he wants all the family members to say, yeah, let the sister be in charge of everything.
And the thing about it is, in charge of what exactly? The distribution of the money? Because who's to say she can be trusted? Not saying anything bad about her, but is she an attorney or somebody who deals with finance? Is she an accountant? So why are you going to appoint her as the person to handle that? You know what I mean? That's kind of iffy.
When a sister would have your best interest like in mind and your mama's best interest in mind, and she couldn't give a damn about the other baby mamas. So yeah, no duh, like no duh. They said no, right? That's egregious. Okay, that's from my perspective, have his mama in charge, right? Have his mama, like in charge of everything. Okay. Now they get on to unreleased songs, right? And masters and things of that regard. This is when the conversation pivots to Snoop Dogg. Okay, so the interviewer asks him, "Hey, I heard you guys have like 500 unreleased Nate Dogg songs, with like a lot of other artists like Eminem, Warren G, and others that you could release and make even more money." So he starts off on this, and he quickly pivots the attention to Snoop Dogg. Now, you could tell, like, he still wants to protect the relationship with Snoop Dogg, so he does something very slick. He throws out the accusations against Snoop Dogg, then say, well, like, it's my grandmama who's making the accusations and my uncle, not me. but you brought it public, so you're making the accusations now.
So there's a report that you have 500 Nate Dogg's songs.
Yeah, there was a report that Snoop had that.
Yeah.
There was something out that Snoop had my pop's masters, and but masters can contain a lot of things. That's the thing. I just put a number on it in that interview. That was like another interview where I put a number on it. But there is something going on. There's a feud right now, and I'll be the one to say it because it's my family, and it's like, and I'm who I am, and some shit went down at a show. You feel me, recently, and it's like, you know, I feel comfortable sharing and speaking on it. But supposedly Snoop, you know, got the okay from my grandma to go to her house and get my pop's masters. She, you know, pretty much showed him where the masters were, however this occurred, and he left with the masters. My uncle, when my daddy got sick, my uncle placed the masters at my grandma's house.
Gotcha.
He wasn't aware that Snoop went to my grandma's house and got the masters. And I'm only repeating what my uncle is like riding on. Like, and when I say riding on, like, me and him just got into a big feud at Warren G's show recently, like in front of a lot of people, and it was like embarrassing almost. And I want to get this off because we ain't talked since, and this is something that I'm speaking on as to, you know, like shit that's affecting me on some, like, man, this shit kind of whack, you know, like
The fact that bro don't understand why his family or why his uncle would be going off on him or angry at him, bro. Like, again, I love Snoop. I'm not involved in this. I'm not, you know, not Nate Dogg's family, obviously. So I would think Snoop wouldn't do this. But the grandmama is telling you, hey, baby, Snoop Dogg came to the house and got it. The uncle is telling you, hey, I put this at the grandmama house. Grandmama said Snoop came and took it. And then you calling Snoop, and Snoop like, nah, I wouldn't do that, young one. And then you go publicly and try to go against the uncle and the grandmom to protect the relationship with Snoop Dogg. Of course he's mad at you. Of course he's spazzing out on you. Of course he don't rock with you. Because you're not holding it down for the family. Yo, he's telling you, hey, bruh, I know where I put the masters at. I know where I put them songs at. Grandmom's saying, oh, yeah, baby, the things was here, but then Snoop came and got it.
Not knowing any better.
Whole time the son is like, nah, man, I don't know. Even during this interview, I don't know if Snoop did it, man. Like, you know, like my uncle and my grandmama is standing by, but I don't know. You know, me and Snoop still cool. Yeah, no duh. Now, again, I'm not even sure if Snoop actually did it because obviously I wasn't there. How would I know? But if the grandmama is standing on 10 toes, you're supposed to be the voice of the family. You're supposed to ride with the grandmama. I'm sorry, right or wrong.
I don't know what's what, but I'm just sharing what's out there and what's what I'm being told. And what Snoop has always told me is, you know, he don't got it and he don't know you, and he would never do something like that. But my thing is, it's like, I at least would want to know, like, you do got it and it's safe, maybe, you know, because my uncle was over here like, wilding, like ready to. Like, nigga, like, and he my uncle got, alcoholic, nigga got a drinking problem, but the nigga get drunk and be ready to risk it all over this shit. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, for real, you know, and so yeah, he left with him. My uncle put the masters there, and it's like, it's just an ongoing feud right now.
So you
and
don't
it
really
kind of
know,
placed me in the middle.
So you don't really know where the masters are.
Nah. But I know that he said that he placed them there, and I don't believe he lying.
And your grandmother told you.
I ain't talked to my grandma about it, but for some reason I assume that my grandma is riding with my uncle. But it's like my grandma hasn't, like, you know, like, I mean, at least not publicly, but she not like that. She very, you know, church lady, you know, raised all her kids in the church. So whatever he's probably saying is for sure coming from, you know, mama in the house.
Okay, so we don't even know if Snoop got it or not.
Nah. And I don't want to say that he do. Right. But I do want to say that this is something that's going on.
That's what they saying.
Within the family, yeah, and that's what they saying. And
so don't nobody know where Nate Dogg's masters are. They just somewhere floating around, yet someone is making money off of it, but it ain't y'all. Yeah, we would have to get to the bottom of that for sure, especially if I'm his offspring, because I need my cut. I'm going to have this going on too, But I'm gonna need that money too, because that can help with whatever it is that I'm doing, no matter how much it is. I don't care if it's $100. You know what I'm saying? I need my money.
And I reached out to Snoop many times where I probably was mad and just went off on him or something. You feel me? And he straight up would tell me, like, man, I don't know what you talking about. Like, you feel me? And always gave me that love. You feel me? As far as like, I don't know what you talking about. But it's to a point where, my uncle is standing on this, and I separated kind of myself from my uncle in this situation, but this is why I'm saying I want to, I'm just getting it off here, because I probably, you asked me the question, and this is the truth behind that, as far as really where some masters would be. And we're not saying like Snoop got everything. There's shit that Warren G got that we heard, or there's shit other people got. It's never, I never moved on something because we don't have nowhere to take it, honestly. And until we didn't have the business right with the estate and moving that and getting that right, then it's never nothing that I really wanted to step on, or like, what we gonna do that for? What we gonna get some money for, like, to pay the estate? Right. But it's a lot of shit is good to know, because honestly, my business is in order to where somebody gonna have to answer once that shit get to the LLC. We gonna start sending, certain things out to where it's like, we gonna at least need a proper answer as to if you got something or if you don't. Right. No matter who it is. I'm not saying that that's what's going, no matter who it is.
Listen, man, grandmama go to church every Sunday, man. Grandmama ain't lying on Snoop, man. Now, maybe she, grandmama is old. Maybe she don't know certain people. Maybe, people just look alike. Maybe, I don't know, right? Like she confused Daz Dillinger for Snoop Dogg. Maybe that's what happened, right?
The hopes that she
Daz
wouldn't
Dillinger
be out of her mind that much.
Maybe this is Snoop. Maybe that's what happened, because I don't think grandmama lying, bro. I think somebody got it. I think somebody came and got it. And nobody
Question
tried to
is
speak
who?
up. But this is a shame, man. To see what's happening to Nate Dogg is a shame. Nate Dogg is a legend. Regardless of how I feel about Nate Dogg's son, Nate Dogg is a legend. All right? Now, his son is a legendary cloud chaser. All right? While LA was burning down, like while our lives were being affected, while I had no power in my home for days, Nate Dogg's son was outside in the middle
Tell him why you mad.
In the middle of the fire, filming music videos as firemen were losing their lives fighting the fire. He was outside. Literal fireman is running to put out fire. He's outside filming a music video to get clout off it. So I don't rock with the son at all. I think he's a loser. But what's happening to Nate Dogg is not
cool, Flacco.
Man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe that Snoop Dogg will steal this? Do y'all believe that Snoop Dogg will actually steal it? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, to find out how Joe Budden.
All right, that's the end of the video. But yeah, somebody has those masters. Who has it is anyone's guess. That's the $1 million question. But whoever does has it should probably hand it over and relinquish it to his kids so that they can disperse amongst each other the royalties, from that, from that, so that they can eat. That's the whole purpose of going out here and going as hard as you do. You do it for your kids. He's no longer with us, so the least that we can do is make sure his kids good while they're here. And it's up to them to do what they will with that money, do something smart with it, to compound that and make more money, because I'm sure it wouldn't be a whole lot when you got to split the pie up 9 ways. So anyway, y'all get down in the comments, let me know what y'all think on this whole topic. If you made it this far into the video, I do appreciate you. As always, I say that in all my videos. It means a lot to me that y'all watch these. Make sure you sub to the channel, make sure you like the video, and until the next one, yo, I'm out.